What's up, guys? So this is my 98 Eclipse. It's the Spyder, obviously convertible 2.4 liter, which is less common. It's the single overhead cam versus the 2.0 dual overhead cam. I actually struggled for a while trying to figure out if the exhaust was the same, because all I could find was an exhaust for the 2.0, and at first it seemed like it wasn't. And I was just gonna have to go to a muffler shop and have them build it, because I couldn't find any aftermarket ones. But then eventually I figured out by cross-referencing all the OEM parts and everything that it looked to be correct, that it would work. And now that I've pulled it out of the box and looked underneath the car and everything, it is confirming that this is going to work. So as you can see, I got everything pulled out of the box here, ready to go. And I think I paid about 150 bucks for this, which is pretty cheap. It's a DNA motoring. I think you can get it on eBay. I ended up getting it from Walmart just in case it didn't fit. It would be kind of easier to return. Just go to the store, drop it off, not have to deal with the shipping, because it's heavy and big. So hopefully this works out. I probably should have done this before I jacked the car up, but I'm going to get in and crank it up, let you guys hear what it sounds like. And it sounds pretty bad, because it's actually the reason I'm replacing it. But right there, looks like somebody took an angle grinder and cut a hole in it, or a square in it. No idea why somebody would do that. And then there's also just, I don't know if somebody punched holes in it or if it rusted through. It's not really that rusty, so I'm thinking somebody hit something or punched some holes in there. Either way, this thing's got to go. So I'm going to kind of just work from the back, the muffler, towards the front of the car. So first thing here is these 3 bolts right here. Alright, so I ended up grabbing the impacts, which highly recommend. Makes it a lot easier. If you can hear that noise in the background, that's a compressor. Anyway, I got these bolts off, and the nuts attached to the flange here, so that makes it easier. You don't have to stick a wrench on there. And then you got 2 exhaust hangers here, and it looks like they've got bolts or nuts on the one side, so I'll be able to take those off, put them on my new muffler once I get this one off, and these, slide off. And these are always really fun to struggle with. I'm gonna spray some lube on there. You want to put it here, try to get it like on the metal there in the hanger, so it slides off easily. If you've ever done exhaust work, you know what I'm talking about. So if you're following along, there's also a hanger right there at the end here. And one thing you can do, if you have access, is you can stick a flathead in there, into that hanger. Just be careful if you're trying to reuse these things, because they can tear. But if you stick that in there, stick it all the way through, and then you can kind of pry it off the metal. I can't do it with one hand, but hopefully that makes sense. Alright, so I couldn't get that hanger off the top side there, so taking the bolt out here. Pretty easy to do if you have a good ratcheting wrench or socket wrench. 12 millimeter. And there it goes. Okay. So then I'll probably end up taking that off. Now I got one left here. I don't know if you can see. Alright, so I got the muffler out. Hangers are off. When you pull this out, you got to kind of take the muffler and go that way. And that's just so that flange will clear through this hole. It's not hard to figure out, but it just doesn't pull straight out because of that weird bend. Alright, so see, there's where it ends here. There's one hanger, two hangers, and I think that's it. Then you just got the two bolts down there and the O2 sensor, which is probably going to be the hardest part of this. But yeah, the new exhaust, this is actually two pieces, but from what I can tell here, this is only one piece. So I just need to get these two hangers, two bolts down there, and the O2 sensor, and we'll have it out. Alright, so I got that one. Like I said, there's one more there, but if we do that one, then it's all going to be hanging down this way. Be a bad idea. I'm going to go down there, crack all that loose, and then we'll get that last hanger. Alright, so I just want to show you this real quick in case you end up in the same situation I was in, where I couldn't find my O2 sensor socket. Happened to buy this 22 millimeter wrench though, and couldn't get enough leverage, of course, under the car. So I got this extra jacked up on it, on the wrench, until it cracked loose. So good to go. Gonna pull that out. Alright, so the old exhaust is out. I gotta get the hangers out from under here, but I went ahead and put this together. As you can see, it bolts together right there. There's a gasket, same gasket that goes on the end there, and it comes with nuts and bolts. Just put those on there. I still got to tighten those up, but you get the idea. Just make sure that you look at your old pipe and, you know, bolt these in these two pieces in the correct orientation. So you got the O2 sensor on that side, then it comes back, and this just needs to go that way, where you got this coming up at the end. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. Alright, quick thing here. I actually thought, sorry, let me get that light situated. So this is the old bolt and the hanger, and as you can see, this is actually, I thought I was gonna have to, you know, get a new, or at least put a nut on this bolt, but they really thought of everything, and it's tapped out, so you can actually thread that bolt right in there. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Just, you know, for 150 bucks for them to put that much thought into it, it's pretty nice. There you go. It's tight. Okay, so I got the exhaust in, I got the O2 sensor in. I had to take that bracket. There's a bracket there holding the wire. I had to take that off to give it a little more stretch to actually get into that hole. It's a little different than the stock, but it works. And then my girlfriend's down there getting the rest bolted up. We put the muffler on the hangers, and then had to put another jack there to push up on the other side of the pipe, just to get them to line up enough to where we can put those final bolts and nuts in. Okay, it's all done on the ground. We're going to start it up for the first time. Alright, so I got it started up with a new exhaust. It sounds really good at the back end. It still sounds like it has an exhaust leak at the front. Sorry, it's raining now, but it sounds a lot better back here, a lot deeper. I'd rev it up, but I don't have anybody here to hold the camera or anything. Like I said, it's still got an exhaust leak in the front, it sounds like. This is all just because it was raining here, water evaporating, but I was seeing a lot of smoke coming from like where that header bolts to the downpipe. I'm sure that gasket is toast, and this one here on the header is probably needs to be replaced too. I couldn't really find, of course, again, I had problem finding the cat back for this, but it ended up being the same thing. So I was doing some research this morning, and it seems like it might be the same story here with the header downpipe. It looks exactly the same. So looking at one on eBay for 120 bucks. Probably just grab that, hope that it works. I think it will. If not, I'll return it. But yeah, that'll be next on the list. So I can smell exhaust, standing right here, so it's not good. Like I said, you can hear it too. So that'll be next. But cat back is done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this helps you out if you're doing a catback exhaust on your 2G Eclipse. Let me know if you have any questions.